Welcome back to RealVacantLand.com. This is Luke Smith, and I've got a property for you. This one is in the desert. It's just past Barstow. It's not that far from Los Angeles. Barstow, you can get sandwiches, gas. It's a good stop if you're driving from San Diego or Los Angeles up to Las Vegas. It's where the 15 and the 40 kind of split and different routes. All kinds of trucking happens through there. It's a big trucking port, bringing stuff from the Long Beach, where it comes off the docks up this way, and then this splits out across the country. So there's a lot of logistics in Barstow, and then this property is just out past that in the hinterlands where there's nobody around, so you get the place totally to yourself. Let's jump in and take a look at this property. It's 40 acres. It's been on the website for a couple months. I'm lowering the price down to $9,999 because nobody bought it. So I've had over 100 properties in San Bernardino County, California, the last 2 to 3 years, and people grabbed them up. I'm usually pretty good at getting them out there at the lowest prices possible, the lowest prices in the market. People take off with them, but this one, maybe I didn't price it low enough, so drop the price down $9,999 for 40 acres. Let's take a look at this thing. We got some pictures here that are of the area from satellite. It doesn't do much justice. I mean, you got to go out there and take a look at it. There's a bit of a hill. It looks like the elevation is 2,200 feet here, and it goes up to something else. Yeah, but there's some hills. So we'll zoom in. We'll look at it from a couple different ways and see what we can find out, because I haven't looked at it in a while. So I got the map going on here, and where are we at? Okay, so here's Los Angeles. Let's blow this map up. So here's Los Angeles, and if you take 15 out up over the hill, just a little past there is the property, and past Barstow, Mannix might be the exit, or Newberry Springs. A couple different ways to get there. You could go off the 40 or the 15. And as we zoom in a little closer, you can see Barstow's over here, and here's Mannix, here's Newberry Springs, and there's no major roads over there. There's not even really little ones. This is adventure land. You gotta use your dirt bike, your pickup truck, your four-wheeler, your dune buggy, whatever you got to get yourself out there and boondock it away from everybody else. Let's keep zooming in. Let's get some satellite photos. Let's zoom out some. So we've got farm, crop rotation circles over here, pivot points where they pump water and feed the fields here. And then it gets a little rockier and hillier beyond as we keep going out. But this is where it gets fun, right? So if you can get you out here, if you've got the vehicle, if you've got the pizzazz, if you've got the charisma and the balls, whatever you want to call it, to get out to this property, you can do whatever you want. There's no one around to bother you. So we've got little dirt trails running through the area. You might be able to take one of these. You follow one of these trails out. This map, you can play with this map on the website. I'll put a link down below so you can get to the website. And it's got peak. You might even have that peak on the property. One of the maps is showing it on the property. See if we can rotate. This doesn't rotate here. Some areas it rotates. So there's a mountain peak, a hillside, and down into some sand. So you could set up shop here, and you could put your targets on the hill, and you could shoot into that hill. I mean, you could probably use rocket launchers out here. Nobody would bother you. I mean, just play with your 9mm, just of course, but semi-automatic or whatever you can get away with in California. You might have to buy your ammo in Las Vegas and come back. But you can have fun. You can play with dynamite. I mean, you could go to the fertilizer store and get some ammonium nitrate, soak it with diesel fuel. You can put that in there. You can make all kinds of bombs out of that stuff. If you've never played with that, I mean, that's really cheap. It's a big bang for a little small bucks. Just light it with, you can stick some wires into it really close and hook a battery on there. Charge them off. You can go blast rocks, make some art with the ground. You can make some dust clouds in the sky. I mean, that's probably what I'd be doing. Having fun with that out here. But Most of the people that play in this desert like to go off-roading. So I pulled up Instagram for Barstow, and I just type in Barstow. That's a little town that's near there, and this is what I get. I get a truck flying like crazy through the desert. This looks like Baja, ready to go drive down Baja kind of truck. I bet you that guy could drive right up to the property, no problem. This guy looks like he lives in suburbia somewhere, but he's out having fun on the weekend, and he's got his stuff strapped to the hot top of his car, and he's going for it. This one looks like they just bought it, and they're proud to go drive all over the place. These people are doing, they're fixing it up. They're really going for it. These Baja style rigs with the sun in the background and flying all over the desert. These kinds of rigs, you could drive right up to the property, no problem. So these guys are serious. They know what they're doing, how to build these things, and they have fun with it. They go out there like every weekend. They drive all over the place. That's what this area is known for. That's what people do. It's not very far away from Los Angeles or San Diego or even Vegas. Vegas isn't that far in the other direction. It's kind of in between Vegas and Los Angeles. So if we keep going down, this is what people are taking pictures of in the area. Doing lots of, well, that's probably henna, but they're doing some crazy tattoos, and they're doing, racing through the desert on crazy vehicles. So crazy phone or fingernails too, but more crazy, crazy tattoos and desert racing. Lots of tattoos. Wow, this is a tattoo place. And kids playing with a four-wheeler or dune buggy or whatever you call that thing. Off-road, off-road, off-road. Turtle. There are desert tortoises out here. More tattoos. Somebody is really taking pictures of tattoos in this area. Wow. Lots of tattoos. Tattoos, tattoos. All kinds of other stuff. So that's what's happening in Barstow. Tattoos and off-road racing. Tattoos is like if you stay there throughout the whole week, and off-road racing is for the people that come in on the weekends. There's a buy it now button on the website. It's set up, ready to go. So you can click that, you can fill out your information, click, and I'll do the paperwork to get it into your name. If you want to use a title company or something, we can do that too. I'd ask that you pay the fees on this one. I can recommend some title companies, or we could find, one near you, or however you want to do it. I got GPS coordinates on here, so that opens it up. If you click on that in your phone, you should be able to drive over there if you got the right kind of vehicle in your phone and go drive up to it. It looks like Google Maps has the lot lines. There's lot lines on my website too. Let's get some satellite pictures going. Slowly loading, but as we zoom out, we should see those mountains there, and that's that. I should have pulled up. I'm gonna try to pull up who the neighbors are. So if you bear with me a sec, I'll click through here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the APN number. There's APN on here. It also talks about taxes. Taxes are like $80 a year. It's vacant land. You gotta build everything. There's no utilities. You gotta make it all happen. So I'm signing into Black Knight. This is Black Knight's data. This is one of their user interfaces to get into Black Knight data. And what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna pull up San Bernardino County if this thing ever comes up on the screen, and I'm gonna put the APN number in there, and I'm gonna get I'm going to figure out who the neighbors are. And so, just classic real estate data, right? Well, come on. And what I'm trying to say is there's a bunch of government land in the area. Let's see what we can figure out. So there's a big chunk here off to the west. Government land on the west side of the property. To the north, this is probably private. Lauren Bescoy Intervivus Trust. So he's probably passed on. It's going through the family. I bet you nobody ever shows up to that property. And David Spitzer on the other side. So it's a private chunk of land to the south. It's 11 Michigan. I don't know. I can't pronounce half these names. So you've got private property around 3 of the sides, but then the other side is government, and it probably just goes government. Yeah, government. So I'd come at it Um, it starts getting funkier from there. But there's just a bunch of government land all over this area that you can go explore and have fun with. It's government, probably more government. It's government land, so you get the point. There's a lot of government land out here that you can go cross over to get to this property and explore it, have fun, rip that thing up, go blow some stuff up, shoot some guns, send me some pictures. I'd like to see the biggest dust cloud you can make out of some ammonium nitrate and diesel fuel, or whatever else you like to use, whatever kind of explosives you like to play with. You could go up to Vegas and get all kinds of fireworks and bring down here too, and go for it. Or maybe you want to use the rock in this hill to build a house. You just add mortar, right? Water, mortar. I'm not sure what kind of rock this is. It looks kind of volcanic. It might be some good stuff to build with. Probably easier than trucking in supplies. See if we can do 3D on this. I think that's a good size, good drop in the hill there. So you could probably dig into that hill and have a earth-cooled home if you built into the side of that hill with nobody to bother you. And one heck of a fun ride to town. You get to take your dirt bike to town and back. Oh, the sand looks higher than the hill. I didn't realize that. Oh, wow. I thought you'd stand in the sand and shoot into the hill. What do I know? You might stand on the hill and shoot into the sand. 3D does wonderful things. Yeah, that sand's higher than the hill. It's probably blowing through. So there's the property. I was thinking the sand was going to be like the bottom of the valley and the rocks would be sticking up. You have to go out there and see what it looks like to know for real. But from here, that's what I can see. So thank you if you're watching this video this far into it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for paying attention. Thanks for subscribing to my little YouTube channel. I'll keep talking about land. If you stay subscribed, I got a bunch of land to show off and peddle, and I'll keep lowering the price as people don't buy this stuff, and I'll keep buying more and offering that to you until we get the right property for you. And it doesn't have to be one. Lots of the guys buy 5, 10, 50 properties. There's lots of reasons to buy more than one. Some people hoard them away. Some people develop them. Some people sell them on terms. Some people do all kinds of things with these properties. The main point is land. It's hard to degrade in value. It's hard to destroy. It's hard for somebody to steal it from you. It's hard to make it go down like a stock or a business or something. But it's easy to improve. There's lots of ways to improve the value of land. It's just limited by your imagination. There's so many different ways to improve this land. So people like to collect land, and if that's you want to collect this land, you keep your funds safe, sound, secure by buying the cheap stuff and leaving the upside to technology. Maybe someone comes along and all of a sudden they know how to use this stuff. All of a sudden the internet's available out here. Cell phones are available. Solar's available. Stuff starts happening that increases the value in this land where everyone thought it was useless or can't be used in the past. Now you can. You put a solar system there and you start powering your house. You can get internet. You could get a atmospheric water generator. They don't cost that much money. And you get drinking water. And you leave the thing running on your solar panels throughout the day. You might even get enough to run a shower. Maybe you got to buy a couple of them. But solar power it up, pull water out of the air, and you got self-sufficiency. It's the technologies that are out there are beautiful for using land like this. You could pick up the cheap stuff, and as other people realize that, land like this starts coming into its own, starts becoming useful. People start pricing it in. That could be a pretty cool investment. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. It's Luke Smith, ruralvacantland.com. And I'll keep serving up land if you keep listening. Thank you. Bye.